Yes, that's correct. The default password is root and pass to the Axis device. Absolutely. Thanks for calling Axis. Hey, Jeff. Time to go and do some filming.
Hey, let me finish up this call. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, see you over there. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of the Axis Network. Today we're going to focus on services, and at Axis we have many different services such as professional services, educational services, design services with our tool, but most importantly technical services. It's something that sometimes seems to be working in the background a little bit, but it's so essential for our joint success. I can only pretend to cover all of it, so I'm going to introduce the real expert in tech support, the Director of Technical Services for the Americas, Jeff Coco, to the show. Jeff, welcome.
Hey, Fredrik. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I am doing well.
This is not your first day at Axis. You've been here for a while.
Yes, just a minute. About 16 years now, a little bit over 16 years. I was lucky enough to be hired as the 4th technical support engineer in the Americas, and now I am incredibly lucky to have an amazing, talented team of 70 people in technical service.
Wow, 70 people, and pretty much all of them located here in Chelmsford, right?
Mainly Chelmsford. We do have a few folks in Florida, and we do have one wild card out in Iowa.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
So if I'm a partner of Axis and I want to reach tech support, what kind of means and types of communication can I expect?
Yeah, so if you're looking for technical support, we have 3 main ways that you can get support for our product line. One is via phone.
Okay.
So we do have phone lines that are open from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern time, Monday through Friday, with modified hours for Brazil as well, because we do have Portuguese-speaking engineers that do Brazil support.
Okay.
So they're open at 7 a.m. The other way that you can reach us is chat. Chat is available for 24/5. We do that with a little bit of follow the sun, using some other groups around the globe, one in Singapore and one in Sweden.
Okay.
And then the third way that you can reach us is via our online help desk. The online help desk allows you to create a ticket, add details, add logs, snapshots, and we answer those cases as they come in as well.
So, Simon, partner, I have a question about a speaker. Do I need to know whom to call, or how do you structure the incoming calls?
No, it's great. One phone line, you call into one phone line, and within once you choose option 2, within 35 seconds, you should have an answer from our Tier 1 team.
35 seconds, not minutes.
Correct.
Less than half a minute, or half a minute.
Yeah, 35 minutes would be bad. So, yep, 35 seconds is the average. And that Tier 1 team is customer service. They triage the case. They're handling about or resolving about 35% of the calls that come into their line without even having to transfer them to Tier 2.
Okay. So 1/3 of the customers or partners calling in get that resolved right away.
Yep.
And if it doesn't get resolved, do you have to call again, or how do you?
No, Tier 1 does the triage of the case. Again, Tier 1 being customer service, they will listen to your call, listen to your problem, and then actually route it to the correct queue in the back end. So our Tier 2 team is a specialized team. When I was doing support, it was very easy. Cameras, we talked a little bit about software back then, and that was about it. Now you have pretty much everything. We're a solution company, so you have cameras, you have software, you have audio, you have access control. I mean, there's no way you can be an expert.
Yes,
the intercom as well. There's no way you can be an expert on all of it. So what we've done is we've specialized that team so that when the customer does call, they're getting an expert rather than a generalist if we had them try to remember everything.
So your team is covering all of the Americas, this time zone basically, in North and South America. That means you have some different languages to support?
Yep, so we do Spanish support for all of Central and South America.
Yeah.
We do have Portuguese speakers on staff as well that do support for Brazil. And when we need to tag in some other resources, if we can't resolve something in our local team, we can actually transfer cases or not calls, but cases to our product specialist team in Sweden.
The best tech support call is the one that doesn't happen because the customer got the information before, they found it somewhere else, or it was so easy to use the product. What is your team doing to help that kind of journey?
So technical services is actually adding a lot of value to our academy classes.
Okay.
Who knows better what customers need help with than tech support, because we're fielding all those questions that aren't answered. So what happens is we take the content from those cases and calls, and we're actually adding that to our academy classes as suggested material to be covered. So this way, customers are learning from real-world experience rather than just general terms.
What else can your team do with all this fantastic knowledge about the challenges that our customers and partners have?
Yeah, I mean, one of the best things, one of the most exciting things I'm really happy about is we're adding value to the product.
Okay.
By making it easier to install, easier to configure, and a third component is we're actually adding help sections or information into the product that educates the customer. I mean, most people don't want to call technical services, right? So if the product can teach them or educate them on how to use it best, it's a win.
That's perfect. Last question. Who can call your team? We are working strictly in our two-tier channel, so I'm guessing it's really for the system integrators, right?
Yeah, it's system integrators, but it's pretty much anybody, Fredrik.
Yeah.
So, we get customers, end users, we get integrators, we get distributors. Pretty much anyone can call on a pre or post-sales support question, and we'll help them out.
So that's the important thing. If you have any questions, end customer, integrator, technology partner, distributor, Jeff team is here to help you. So that's a great service we have.
Yeah. So we covered a ton of ground, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I'm curious to see how much you remember.
Okay.
But why don't we do that over a little friendly competition out on the ping pong table? How's that sound?
Ah, wonderful. I'm
Let's
game.
go. All right, Fredrik. We covered a lot of ground in our conversation. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions and see how many of them you can get.
I'm ready.
First question, what are the 3 different ways that you can contact technical support here at
Phone. Chat.
Yep.
Help desk.
Ah, very nice. All right. What are the 3 different languages we support in our technical support team here in the Americas? Fredrik?
It's Spanish.
Yep.
Portuguese for our friends in Brazil.
Yep.
And English, of course.
Okay, very good. All right, Fredrik, last question. Beyond cases, calls, and chats, what are the 2 additional ways that tech services adds value to our product line?
Supportability, meaning easier to support products, working with R&D in Sweden.
Absolutely.
And improved academy with all the real-life experience from tech support.
Ah, perfect. You were paying attention.
Great. That concludes the Axis Network. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us as well.
You got it.
Now let's finish the game.
Let's go.